Binch Bros, the boys tried to uncover the death of one of their dearest friends, but they were taken by an unknown force. Today, we are joined together with Sejun Park.
I thought you were going to go on for a lot longer.
No, that's it. I was going to keep it.
Dropped it. All right.
I just got to make it quick. So yeah, Sejun Park. And then also Kyo. We're going to talk about Alan Wake.
I felt like you were waiting for yourself to introduce yourself.
I was going to say hello.
And then Kyo. Hello.
Hello. It's me.
Well,
yeah, Alan Wake. That's gonna be this week.
Before we do Alan Wake,
yeah.
Let's just say real quick that we're going to Anime Expo on Monday.
Oh my goodness.
So if you see us and you know what we look like,
don't hurt me.
No, come say hi. Come say hi.
Yeah, say hello and tell us that you're.
I'm predicting exactly 0 people will do it, but
yeah,
let's hope that someone does it. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'll fucking sign some shit, man. I've never made anything really.
You better bring a pen. You better bring a pen.
I mean, I'm bringing things for people to sign. I'm bringing things for people. Like, I'm bringing my copy of From Scratch for Alex Ahad to sign, hopefully.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then I might, if I find Mariel Cartwright's booth, I'm going to try and buy a book and have her sign it.
Ooh, cool.
So that'd be cool. If Jacob Chapman is there, I don't have anything that she could sign, or he could sign. But
her body.
Maybe
classic.
I'm trying to think. I have a copy of Magica.
Yeah.
And I loved the review of that.
Yeah.
But the Jesu Otaku review of that. But maybe he could sign that. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll figure it out.
Either way, the boys are going to Anime Expo, which is really interesting. Video game podcast. But I mean, like we said, like in the very first or second episode, we're pretty much like anything podcast, really. So we kind of just hang out.
Yeah, we're not going there. Ooh, voice crack. We're not going there for any official reason. We're just going there as fans.
Kind of is out on the whim, really.
Yeah. By the way, my levels are weird, even though we wait 5 minutes. So
yeah, I think it's fine. I think we'll be fine.
Okay. A little backstage. No, that's not the word
access,
either. Wait, what's the word I'm looking for here? Little behind the scenes. Yeah, a little how the sausage was made. Okay.
Yeah. So we said this last episode too.
Right. Well, I'm gonna reiterate it because I don't remember saying it. But
okay.
We do we record for about 5 minutes. This time it was around 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was
before the podcast starts to get my audio synced up right, and because it kind of wigs out here and there, and it's kind of still not helping. Yeah,
I feel like
maybe we won't do that anymore.
I hope not. I don't know. I mean, it's been looking. I see it in the like while editing it, but it's fine. But sometimes it is really bad.
Right now it just did a thing.
Okay.
A lightning bolt.
I'll find out.
Well, I mean, let me just throw this out there.
What's up?
Because of our time getting to edit or do this pre-podcast recording, we do get to hang out and watch some movie trailers. Like now I know. Well, I already knew I wanted to watch a Netflix Death Note movie.
Yeah.
But now I also want to watch Jackie Chan's Foreigner movie.
Yeah. Hell
yeah. And also Spider-Man's movie came out, and I saw one review for it, but I didn't read it, but it was positive.
Spider-Man? Oh, right.
Or maybe the movie didn't come out yet, but
Homecoming,
it's gonna come out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, don't critics like get to watch it early or whatever the hell?
That's correct. Just like video game critics get to play video games early.
Fuck. We need it. We're basically critics.
Yeah, send us copies. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Anyone.
Your favorite
anyone.
Bethesda,
man.
here they come.
Dude, Bethesda doesn't do that.
Skyrim.
Bethesda's the one company that actually doesn't do that. It's funny that you picked them. They don't send out early review codes because
I was just trying to pull up Skyrim.
Do you know the thing about Bethesda's reviews codes? They refuse to send out early review copies.
Right.
Because they said some line about we want everyone to play it together at the same time.
Yeah.
But honestly, to me, it's like it's insurance, right? In case the game has bad reviews, people will buy
they won't
copies.
buy it, right?
But
Everyone
a lot of
will
the
get it
games, so they point to Doom, right? Doom has a lot of good reviews. It came out without any reviews, and when they did get reviewed, it was reviewed very positively. But Dishonored 2 didn't sell very well. And I think, like, comparatively, you know? And I think that, like, and it got really good reviews. And so I think, like, if Dishonored 2 maybe had, you know, on launch day, like, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 on all the sites, which it wouldn't have had that for sure because it's not that great. But, like, it would have had, like, 4 out of 5. 8.59, you know.
Yeah, it's not a masterpiece. Yeah.
But like
some would say.
Yeah, I mean look at how much word of mouth and like good reviews help games. Like how many Switches do you think Zelda sold? You know what I mean? Like
right, yeah.
I mean, it's cool. But anyway,
it's still hard to get a Switch too to this day.
Yeah, I can't get a Switch. I want Zelda. I want to play Zelda. I part of me knows I could just buy it on Wii U, but then there's the other part of me that's like, but I want to play Odyssey.
Yeah.
You know, I want to play Odyssey. I want to play...
Oh my god.
I mean, I want to play Splatoon in ARMS, but I mean, if I get it 4 years later, I don't know if I'm going to play Splatoon in ARMS, but I am definitely going to play Odyssey, and I'm definitely going to play Zelda.
Dude, Odyssey, again, like, it's going to be... I'm so glad it's coming out this year, man. I'm so excited.
Yo, man, that's the thing. I don't even... If it comes out like 5 years from now, I'm cool on it because I don't have a Switch. You know what I mean? I'm like, but I want to play it. I really want to play it. I'll
just let you borrow it, and then
you're gonna let me borrow your Switch? Get out of here!
Yeah, as soon as I come over for Anime Expo, just give me my Switch.
Drop off the Switch. Come pick it up.
Wait till like October.
Oh my god, I would not feel comfortable. Neither of us should feel comfortable with that arrangement.
No.
That is like $400 game console you're just dropping off.
Yeah, I think there is somewhat game news that's kind of like for Switch, but it's only like just the Zelda thing, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows. And
I don't know. I don't know anything about
the
Zelda.
DLC. The DLC came out yesterday.
Oh,
actually,
word?
The 30th.
The Tingle DLC.
Breath of the Wild, Tingle. Well, also obviously the master mode as well, or whatever.
So what's this master? Okay, it makes it harder.
It's basically new game plus, but they call it master mode. It was going to be called hard mode, but they changed it. I guess I don't know why.
So in the original Zelda,
the
first Zelda, if you type your name in as Zelda, when you get to choose your name, that's how you access the master quest. Is it like the master quest?
Cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, is it like that?
No. Well, you can't really choose your name this time, I don't think.
No, but I mean, is it like a harder remixed game?
Yeah. Well, I haven't done Master Quest before cuz I haven't played that. Cuz it's on was it GameCube, was it that it came out on first, or
which one?
Master Mode.
No, the NES game Zelda.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure Zelda.
I have no idea. But I don't think I guess it's like that. Sure. It does make it harder. Like enemies are like there's more enemies located in different areas, and like I think they are just like increased. Like they're just like one level higher or whatever.
So, I'm going to throw this out there real quick because I haven't been keeping up with this anime. It's on Netflix, but I've watched a few episodes. I've watched the 2 short movies beforehand, and it's great. It's made by one of my favorite studios, Trigger. It's called Little Witch Academia. And there's screenshots right now up for the new movie. Oh. And I'm like, yo! Or sorry, did I say movie? Or? Sorry, video game. Yeah. New video game.
Okay.
And I'm like, yo, I would probably play that.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
Is it a fighting game?
No, it's not a fighting game. It's a
Or is it like a Dynasty Warriors type
no,
thing?
I don't think so. I think it's like a okay. The first Little Witch. Okay, I'm reading this on GameSpot.
Yeah, let's get it right. Spot the review site.
Beat 'em up, I guess. But you know, she's a witch, so she's got like magic and stuff. Yeah. Now that's pretty cool that they're making a Little Witch game. I just gotta say, come on, make a fucking Kill la Kill game. That show is so perfect for video games, isn't it?
That would be fun to play. Yeah.
You could transform Ryuko in between like normal mode and Senketsu mode. You could have you could unlock Satsuki or maybe any of the Elite Four.
Oh my god, that would be cool.
Yeah, Gamaguri would be like a tank.
I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot her name. It's like the
Mako
support character. Yeah, Mako.
Mako would be cool, and then it'd be cool if you could unlock her like a Fight Club president.
Yes,
remember?
that'd be awesome.
She, like, kicks ass, and then like
I wouldn't mind that. I would definitely play that.
Yeah, not as a fighting game, but like a beat 'em up, like Bayonetta style. You know, obviously it doesn't even have to be that good. Just like I want to play it. I just want to cut up covers. I guess we'd be fighting covers and other school people. Remember the like schools that they fight, and there's like the football students and the like and then Gamaguri's throwing his rules, like the rule books, into the tanks and blowing them up. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that'd be fun. I mean, like it feels, watching it and remembering it does feel like a video game. It could be a video game thing. So.
Oh yeah, it could just be an adaptation, huh? And every level would be a boss.
It straight up could be
like the tennis girl is like the first, or she's like the second boss because the boxing club guy is the first boss.
Yeah.
But like it goes all the way up until you fight like, you know. Well, I'm not gonna spoil it here, but like
I was about to say maybe we shouldn't say anything else after.
Kill la Kill, one of the coolest animes ever. Easily.
Yeah. Do you want to hop on to Alan Wake now?
Dude, let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's jump in. So previously on Night Springs.
Night Springs.
That's a TV show, right?
Yeah.
Night Springs. And so this, I'm going to throw out a little bit of like preamble before we get into the game proper, okay?
Okay.
So Alan Wake originally came out on Xbox 360. It was Remedy's follow-up to Max Payne 2. They Remedy made Max Payne and Max Payne 2, which were Max Payne at least is like a very influential modern classic. You know, it's like
yes,
you know?
I remember playing it. Like the demo and everything.
Did a lot for that genre, so they're a big name. They didn't work on Max Payne 3. Rockstar did, but they instead moved on to make Alan Wake, which, you know, also like Max Payne borrows a lot from cinema. Alan Wake is also a very cinematic game. It's a really interesting one though, because this time it goes like the themes of the game a lot are like writing, you know, because he's a novelist, he's a writer, so it's a lot about his work and like, you know, work of fiction, like kind of coming true and stuff like that. And the other big theme in the game is light versus darkness. That's a big thing about the game. And so I mean, so it feels more like a TV show than Max Payne did. And Max Payne felt like a movie. This feels like a TV show because it's separated into 6 different chapters, and then there were 2 DLC chapters that
straight up it's called episodes too. I mean,
episode 1, episode you know what, I kind of wished they didn't do this, but like it would have been nice and I would have sat through it maybe, is every time an episode ends they play this cool song, like a different song, right? Like an outro song. That's why, by the way, you can't get this game on Steam anymore. Those songs.
It's because of those outro songs.
Yeah, but they're good. I wouldn't take them out.
They are. They fit
totally.
It's great.
But they don't play credits, and I kind of wish they did. I kind of wish they did play credits after every episode too, like Kojima does in Metal Gear Solid 5 or something. You know.
Yeah.
Because this more than Metal Gear Solid 5, Alan Wake feels like an episode of a TV show, you know, like Metal Gear Solid 5, you know, take out the tanks. That's not really an episode of any TV show, you know?
Yeah.
But like this game, like, yeah, episode 3 is like like, you know, each of them are contained, like, you know, extra story. But yeah, the big premise of the, like, how you play the game mostly, because they change it up on you a lot, but the big main gameplay element is you have a flashlight and weapons, and you have these enemies who can't be hurt until you burn the darkness off of them first with the flashlight or other lights. And and so like a lot of the game is avoiding their attacks, you're shining the light at them until
getting rid of their shield, essentially,
and then you can start killing them. And it's pretty intuitive. I like it. I like that gameplay hook. It gets hard sometimes because there'll be like a lot of enemies, and like you have kind of precious resource. I mean, you get stuff pretty fast, you know. But like
if you're looking around, like it's there. You just have to go like, out of the way to get it.
The best thing in the game, personally, like the two best things for me are the flares and the flashbang grenades. Like those things are really saved my butts so many times in that game. More than like the flare gun. At first I thought the flare gun was like the big ticket gun, you know. I was like, flare gun, this thing kills like 3 guys at a time. But it's like I usually ended up using the flare gun only for like those birds, man. Those are the worst enemies to me.
Dude, so like I don't know. Like the biggest things I didn't like was the birds, and like they're so goddamn annoying.
They're so annoying because they're so hard to kill. Like all of them, you know, and like because you'll miss some of them or something. But like
well, like the thing is though, like the swarm or whatever is just like it's actually a big hitbox. You don't have to like aim specifically at birds. You just have to have the light on them for a bit.
I mean, like, and, you know, I got tired of them, right?
Yeah,
I just like. Every time I would see a bird, like this game does a pretty cool
just
thing.
Pull it out.
You'll be like crossing a bridge or something, and then the camera will like zoom out and like show you that a flock of birds are flying towards you, and like you know you'll have a limited time to react to that, you know, or else you'll get hurt. And at a certain point, every time I knew birds would come, I just pull out my flare gun and shoot a flare right into the middle of it. And that's so satisfying because you see like hundreds of birds just like burning away.
Just
like,
great. It's great. It's annoying. Like if I don't want to like get rid of that resource, because I usually spend my flares to get rid of like 2 big dudes for one or whatever.
Like a flare gun?
Yeah, flare gun. It's just annoying because like I don't want to like waste it on them, especially if I only have like 1 more left. So they're not that hard to get rid of, but they are annoying.
I rarely use batteries in my flashlight, right? Like because it recharges, and so I'm usually stocked up on batteries. But like during boss fights, like when you have to, like if there's like a big piece of machinery that like you know has a lot of darkness to burn off, you know. What I find myself doing is I'll run up to it. I'll toss down a flare, like a hand flare, you know?
Yeah, hand flares,
So it's lighting up the area. And then I'll just be like boosting my flashlight on it.
Yeah, that's what I do.
And then just like shove it in batteries, you know, because I have all the batteries left over. Because this game it's not like tremendously hard, but there's really difficult sections, I think. There's like moments where I would die several times in a row.
Dude, I'm going to be honest. Like the only times I've died, and it's really stupid, and I hate this is probably the only thing I don't like about this game is when like objects start being possessed, and like a lot of them. It's hard for it was really annoying for me just because like I didn't learn to like use my environment to block them or whatever or even evade. But like when I just wanted to just go past them, they would always fucking hit me and I would die.
There'd be like a car trying to hit me, and so I'd stand next to a telephone pole. And it would just be trying to hit me, and I'm just like hitting it with the flashlight. It's Moe.
It's Moe after that.
But no, the worst. No, dude. I think the worst part of that game is there's these like platforming sections sometimes where you have to like jump like pretty precisely, and you'll like fall to your death if you don't or whatever. And Alan Wake does not control like very smooth. He's not Mario.
No.
You know,
he's definitely
when you
not
jump
Mario.
and land, he stumbles a bit, and that makes it really hard to make some of these jumps. And like,
so you got to give him like a lot more like landing space,
right?
He's just gonna like
fall I just remember there was this one part towards the end of the game. I mean, like whatever, we can get into the story later, but there's a part where do you remember the part? You're heading towards the dam, right? Or maybe you're at the dam already. No, you're heading towards the... No, sorry. This isn't. This is after that. This is in the DLC level, I guess. The extra chapter. But there's you know when your buddy's there, but it's like imaginary? Yeah. And you have to like... you turn on this machine and it's like a boat on a crane, I think. And so the boat comes towards, and you jump on the boat, and then the crane moves it over to the other spot or whatever.
Yeah,
I like kept falling. It was like driving me crazy. I was like, "Stop! I hate this so much."
Yeah, I think I didn't have an issue with the jumping too much.
I hated that. Yeah,
it's straight up just the possession stuff, and I could say possession this time because it straight up is possession.
I think they're called the possessed. There's a part. Well, I didn't know what they were called until...
They're called Taken, aren't they?
They're called Taken, but like there was a part in the DLC chapter, maybe the second one, where the second one I think is better than the first one, by the way. The DLC chapters. Second one's more
I'm trying to
fun.
remember.
Second one's the one with the words in the air, and you're like lighting up the words, and it's like... I think they both did that, but the second one has like boom... You know, it has words like boom and
stuff. Fireworks and stuff.
Yeah, and there's a part where I like, and the second one's hard as shit because like there'll be so many Taken coming after you at one point, and like you're trying to get away. And there was a part where I got into a train, like a defunct train, and there's a. By the way, and the words hurt you, and so I was like up against the corner of the train and getting hurt by something, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I turned around,
words hurt.
It says flare, and I was like, "Oh, thank God!" And I like so I burned it off, and I picked it up, and I look ahead of me, and one of the words, because so far like it's like all helpful stuff, you know, to burn off. Yeah, this is right before they switch it on you and make it so like, you better be careful where you're aiming at, type of thing, and the word just said possessed. And I was like, oh, that's an enemy. Like, that's for sure an enemy. Before we get into it, another thing I do want to toss out here is this game has that Final Fantasy 15 problem, man. And that shit is Verizon. And what is it, Energizer?
Oh my God, that's right.
Which battery was it? It was one of those two batteries.
It's Energizer. Yeah. Because you get an achievement called Energize at some point, I think.
That was so annoying.
Yeah.
Especially the Verizon one in the DLC, the signal.
Yeah, it's right fucking
there. Like at one point in the main game, you see a Verizon billboard when you're driving, and you're like, "Oh God!"
That's the first thing you see.
I was like, "That is gaudy." Like, and then as I'm playing the DLC, the signal, he picks up his phone and he's talking about the GPS, and you see Verizon on it, and then he picks up a phone call, and someone's like, "Can you hear me now?" I was like, shut the hell up right now.
God. Oh my God. I thought I was imagining things. Is that a Sprint thing though? Or was that Verizon?
You know what? I don't know,
wasn't that whatever. I guess it doesn't matter. I think they all use it at one point. But yeah, no. All right. What a way to make me get out of immersion.
But okay, let's talk about this game, right? Let's talk about the story of this game, because it is a game about writing. It is about a writer.
Yeah, writer's block.
Let's talk about the story that they wrote. Alan Wake is a writer. He is a troubled writer. He has a really bad case of writer's block. He wrote a series of like pulpy detective books called Alex Casey. Alex Casey. Yeah, which I think is a reference to Max Payne. Who's like a depressed, cop or whatever.
Detective cop.
Yeah,
whatever.
And So he wrote a series of those books, and then he wrote 6 books, and he wrote his final Alex Casey book, in which Alex Casey dies, and and after that he's had writer's block. He can't write his next book. Departure is the one that he's working on, or he hasn't even written a word down, but like that's the title of the one that he wants to work on. So his wife and him go on a retreat to a northwestern town called Bright Falls.
Bright Falls.
Yeah, Night Springs, Bright Falls. Okay. Night Springs is a TV show. That's like Twin Peaks. But anyway,
I didn't put those two together, to be honest.
Which thing?
Bright Falls and Night Springs. It's like opposite, right?
It is like opposite for sure.
Yeah.
Like falls, springs. And Night Springs is like Twin Peaks, and Bright Falls, and Alex is kind of like Twin Peaks. It's got kind of that like, well, I mean, it's just a northwestern town with supernatural stuff, but it's much more of an action story than Twin Peaks. But
which I never seen Twin Peaks, but I'm agreeing either way.
Okay, we don't have to get into it too much because I think this game is like pretty much like it's influenced by that show and those vibes for sure, but like it's also like got its own thing to tell. It's about fiction and like the power of fiction. So there's some supernatural thing happening in Bright Falls, and Alan's wife is I forget what the word is, but she's afraid of darkness.
She's afraid of darkness.
Yeah, she's afraid of the dark.
No, never mind.
No. But so she has a phobia, and their marriage is loving but shaky. Like she really loves him and cares for him, but they have arguments a lot, and like it gets pretty bad. And so you see one of those arguments early on in the game, and then she disappears, and Alan, she like may have fallen into the water, and Alan jumps in after her, and then the game cuts to a week later. Alan wakes up in a crashed car with a wound on his head, and that's where the story picks up from. And it's like a mystery, you're looking to find out what happened to your wife. You're looking to find out what happened to that week. What happened in that week Alan was gone, all this stuff. And so it's like the gameplay is what we described. The story is this mystery, and it's like, it's pretty good. It's a supernatural mystery, so you're not gonna, it's not like, oh yeah, I figured that. It's like, yeah, no, I didn't know that. Duh. But like,
it's really it's pretty hard to like grasp a like idea of where the story's going, and I feel like I'm good at that.
Well, it's pretty cool, like, I think, the way they did that because of the supernatural stuff.
Definitely.
It's supernatural like from very early on. That there's some weird, ghostly thing. But like, so like, I mean, can we talk about the end of this? Because like, I don't want to go beat by beat by the story because there's no point.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, there's not too much to
but
go
the
through.
But end of the story is weird to me. I like it. So it's but it's confusing. Get it?
Which like the
regular ending first. The regular ending first. Yeah.
Okay.
So at the end of the game, Alan. So there was another writer and his girlfriend. Their names was Thomas Zane, and the girlfriend's name was something Jagger. And
was it Catherine
maybe? Jagger, maybe. So it
starts with a C, I think.
They like kind of reflect Alan and Alice, like their relationship, sort of. And Jagger died, and so and the mystery you discover is that there is a force in Cauldron Lake that allows creativity to become reality. Like your fiction becomes real. And so Thomas Zane wrote her back to life, which caused all sorts of problems because the darkness that was there like took over, I guess, and became like took her form. And so he might have murdered her. He might have murdered the dark version of her. But she's still alive, and she is the one that took Alice, and so like, you know, you're like, oh, that's interesting. And then Alan Wake, it turns out, wrote Thomas Zane into his story. Like, it turns out everything that's happening in the game is a story that Alan wrote to write himself an out. So he doesn't like, it gets really weird, like I said. But so he wrote Thomas into the story, Zane, and he's the man in the like diving suit who's like helping you. Yeah. And then afterwards he but here's the part that's weird, okay? Yeah. So Zane, there's a woman who had a crush on Zane, and way back in the day, she's still alive. She's old. She's smart too. She's like, she knows about this stuff, so she like has this like room set up, and she's very like aware and savvy of how to like survive in this against this force. And so she has this room set up, and there's an item there that's been waiting for Alan to pick up. And he goes in there, and it's this clicker that he gave to his wife. He made up a story to her, telling her a story about how his mom, when he was little and was scared of the dark. Like, he made this up, I'm pretty sure. This isn't true.
I thought it was real.
No, that's why this is interesting. So he told Alice this story to make her feel better, but it's not real. And she's like, you made that up. And he's like, I don't know. But like, I feel like he did make it up. Because he has no memory of this story when he says, like, later. And it's a clicker, and if you click the clicker in the darkness, like, it'll turn on the lights or whatever. It'll scare away the darkness. Right. He finds like part of a manuscript that Thomas Zane wrote in like the 70s or before. Which
you usually find like manuscripts.
Yeah, you find
like,
your own.
Like each episode.
Yeah, you find your manuscript for the book that Alan never wrote, Departure. Yeah. But it's his writing. But this isn't his writing. This is Zane's writing. And Zane wrote about Alan. Before Alan was born, he wrote this.
Yeah. So essentially, Zane created Alan.
Which seems to be the case. And yes. And so he wrote a story about Alan. And he wrote the story, like the page of the story is the story that Alan tells Alice about darkness, about his mom giving him, and like, so that event that like quote unquote never happened in this story that Zane wrote. Yeah. And then so Alan has to take that clicker and go into the dark heart of the darkness and like turn the lights on basically. And to save Alice, and you do, and then it says Alan wrote a better ending for Alice. You see Alice safely swim out of the water, but Alan's not there, and then so it's like this kind of cliffhanger, right? Where Alan's like stuck in the dark place while Alice is saved, and then the special episodes, the 2-part special episodes. Start with Alan being stuck in the darkness, and they kind of end with him
like still fighting himself.
Right? Yeah, but he's still in the darkness. I don't think he like really gets out.
Yeah. Well, I think he's still in it, right? But like, I don't know. I think at that point it's just him like.
He like almost loses himself. It turns out that you're not playing as Alan Wake, but you're playing as part of Alan Wake's subconscious.
He's playing his like hopeful like rebel I want to still live side.
Yeah, not the defeatist side.
Yeah, which is pretty much everything else.
Yeah. Now, the cool thing about that DLC more than the story, because the story part of it is all right, I guess. Because the story of the game's pretty good. I don't like, this is one thing I don't like about Alan Wake, the video game. Because video games have cutscenes. That's fine, okay? Yeah. Video games a lot of times have cutscenes that you have to watch. And then you play the next part. And that's totally cool. I totally don't mind cutscenes. Even if they're long, you know? Yeah. You know what I don't like are fucking sequences where you have to walk around in a cutscene, pretty much. like where you have to listen to someone talk as you're walking around a building. I hate that stuff. And Alan Wake does that all the time.
Are you talking about like the first, like even on the first time when like Benny comes over and you go talk to like the sheriff or whatever? Or
Benny?
Benny? Sorry, not Benny. Barry?
Barry.
Isn't it? Is it Benny or Barry?
I think it's Barry. Are you talking about his friend, the publisher?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Like the first time
he talks like once he's in like the lobby area or like before he even sees like all this bullshit.
Oh yeah, well I mean like I guess they do that a lot, right? They do it in the beginning on the ferry with Alice.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Yeah. In the very beginning of the game, whatever. You know what I mean? But like this game, because it's like separated into episodes, a big part of it is it'll have like rising action and climax, right? Every episode has like a, you know, but like because I'm playing through it as a video game, when I jump to the next episode right after the last episode, it feels like a drag when I have to sit through like this sort of like, you know, I'm walking around, you know, and like listening to Dr. Hartman like psychoanalyze me. You know what I mean? It's like I could just watch this in a cutscene. You know, why are you making me like move the stick around just so I can, you know what I mean? Like I don't necessarily love that part of video games.
Yeah, it's basically like the classic just follow the target or whatever.
Yeah, and it's not like gameplay. And it's like a big thing about that is another thing about that is there's a lot of these in-engine, so that's like basically a cutscene that you can't skip, right? And there's like and that like hurts the idea of replaying the game.
I feel like it does complement it though a little bit, because the idea is that you kind of don't have control, or Alan doesn't really have control at that point, and you have to like sit through that, and you're with Alan having to go through that.
All right, I feel you.
Scene.
I get it. All right, yeah, I agree. I redact my statement about disliking that part. I will say, however, there are unskippable cutscenes that are actual cutscenes, right?
Yeah.
That play before fight encounters sometimes, and the checkpoint is right before the cutscene. So like there was a part where I was like you have to be in this this is in the DLC, right? It's the area where you're lighting up. It says fireworks. It's like a field, and they have the band, the old Gods of Asgard. It's like it's similar to an earlier part in that game where you fought enemies on a stage, but like it's like in the dream world.
I thought that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Hard.
That was really
hard fight because there's like 3 separate waves and they get increasingly harder. Just like bigger dudes.
Yeah.
So you know, hard. I died. You have to watch this like 4 second or like I don't know, maybe it's like 2 seconds, but it's still like. You have to like sit through a part where Barry like does like you lose control and you see the like enemies showing up and stuff. Like you have to do that like every time you restart that fight. And it's like a lot of things like that would just like get and maybe I don't know, fucking I suck at video games, you know, maybe that's what it is. But like or like, you know, I'm too precious with my resources a lot, right? Like I'm like I don't want to use my flashbangs, or I don't want to use my
right. I'm rather save them for the fucking birds.
Yeah, like I mean, like I use my like my pistol so many times. Like and eventually I got to a point where I was like, if I had a shotgun or a hunting rifle or whatever,
you use those first, right?
Yeah, I was like, you know what?
Yeah, dude,
I'm gonna start
I was
using
the
this.
Same way
because they take away all your stuff. They take away all your stuff when like the next chapter or like a story, you know, he'll crash and he'll like lose all his shit. That happened to like after the like second time that happened to me, and I had like stocked up all these like items that I never got to use because of that. I was like, I'm fucking using that shit. I don't care.
I feel like that happens a lot to like new players too, because like we're used to like saving our or using our weaker stuff and saving our big stuff for like bosses and whatever. And I did that too. Like in the first like 2 episodes, I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna save the shotgun and these flares, and I'm just gonna use my pistol from now on. And then I'm like, wait, hold on, what the hell? I don't have them the next episode. They're gone. Yeah, so might as well just use them. And it helps out because at some point you like figure out like how many shots it takes with bullets, whatever.
Yeah, it's like 3
some
for like
down.
General enemies. There's like two bullets for like the weaker ones.
The ones that attack twice, yeah.
There's
and then like the big boys, they do 6.
Yeah, that's a whole
shots
clip, or like 4 shotgun shells.
Yeah.
There's like,
if you got the good one, it's like just 2.
Oh, there's like 2 different shotguns. There's like the double barrel.
Pump and then
I used to pump a lot because honestly it's weaker, but it's more shots. You know, like
you can also. I mean, like
you can shoot a dude
like,
if they're not like they don't have the darkness. It like knocks them back.
Yeah,
and
definitely. You get environmental kills too.
That's what I was gonna say. That's like my favorite part of the game. It's like when things like you're in the power plant and there's those electric cables and you can shoot an enemy into it, or like, do you remember that furnace room where all the words say like ignite, and so you're using the words to like kill enemies? Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, it's like the game has some good ideas, and it like. I think
those were the only times though, wasn't it? Like I don't think there was any other like environmental.
You can knock enemies off of things. I remember like I was running up a cliff edge, and a dude popped up in front of me, and I
shot him.
Reactively shot him, and like knocked him off the cliff edge. I didn't knock the darkness off of it, but I was like, oh good, he's gone.
Lessens the use of ammo.
Dude, the DLC has like, for some reason, maybe it's because I played it last, but like it has a lot of memorable sequences. Like the whole part where you're clearing the cliff wall, so the like
the lighthouse
could like hit it's just like fragging.
Yeah, that was fun.
Like
I like that.
Like 12 of them at a time or whatever. Feels super good.
Yeah, that was great.
Is it in the main game where you get the big spotlight and you're flashing enemies like in the face with it? That's in the main game, right? Yeah. I like those sequences.
Yeah. This is basically machine gun. I think that's what
it's like a turret.
One of the words called it like
a turret. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a cool.
It's funny.
It's really satisfying to kill things in that, or like to burn the darkness off. Yeah, I dug it. It's spooky sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you remember the caves? I remember being kind of creeped out in the caves.
When Alice says Alan or whatever.
I don't know. No, it's like it was just like really loud, like a flash cutscene happened, like, and like I'm just walking down the thing and you see Alice getting like yanked into the water by the like woman.
Oh, okay. So I was in that same scene, right? Mm-hmm. And typically, whatever I usually don't follow like those, but for some reason I did. But like. That's pretty much the scene where you hear Alice saying like Alan, like whispering or whatever. Mm-hmm. And the way I heard it, because I went the direction in which like there was water or whatever, and that was the wrong way to go. And me using my headphones or whatever, I heard her on my left, so that instinctively made me go to the left side to go to her, even though I know that it's probably a trap as a gamer. Mm-hmm. For like a jump scare, which it was. And I don't know. It was definitely creepy because I was like, oh shit. Dude, one creepy part though that really creeped me the hell out was when you had to go in the basement, right? And then as you went down, you see like these words. So typically in this game, you when you're
the yellow words,
throw your flashlight. Yeah. First of all, when you throw your flashlight on there, you hear a little bit of breathing.
Yeah. Who's breathing?
It sounds
Is
like
that Alan?
I think it's it sounds like a tank, right? So I think it's
that's
Zane.
Zane. You're right.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that is some heavy breathing.
Yeah.
wait, so that's only on the yellow words?
Yeah, I've noticed every time I flash my light over it, you hear it like almost all the time.
Right. Yeah.
Because every time ever I found one, I was like, what?
Because that's him. Is that him writing? I thought it was a lamp lady.
It's either him or her. I mean, it's probably
that's
her.
Barbara something, right? Or is it Barbara Jagger and Charlotte something?
Charlotte Webb or something. Yes,
not Charlotte. Something. It's not Charlotte.
It
Webb,
probably is her
sure.
because there was that the scene I was talking about where it creeped me out is where it says like Tom.
Yeah,
and then it had like heart, right? CW plus T Z. Right.
Yeah, that's Charlotte.
And then, it just creeped me out because I looked through all the walls, and then just the thought of me cycling or circling around made me think that something was gonna happen, but nothing did. So I like psychologically freaked myself out.
There's a lot of cool stuff like with you'll enter a building and then like you'll come out the same exit that you entered from, but things will be different. Yeah, stuff like that like happens sometimes in the game.
Yeah.
But more in the DLC because like the main game,
yeah,
it's supernatural, but it is kind of grounded in its supernatural. You know, does that make like the world isn't like I mean, there's like giant tornadoes of darkness flying towards you, but like it's like the environment is the environment generally. DLC is where like it's like a weird dream.
Yeah, it starts
dream logic where like you're like remember that like Ferris wheel, but it's like everything inside is like rooms from the game, like you like walking down and you like.
I didn't enjoy that.
It was hard. There's a part where you have to wait for the Ferris wheel to catch up before you walk or whatever.
Yeah, like into the vault or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know. I knew which ways I needed to go. It is pretty linear, but like the fact that like it does take a while for like one part to get round. Because you literally have to wait. And imagine just dying at the end of that for some reason. And somehow
I did. I fell.
Have to do that again.
Because you're supposed to wait for it to like catch up before you walk through this. Because there was an arrow pointing, and it's like you have to wait for the thing to like level out, and then for the ceiling to be the floor, so you can walk on it. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So you can walk through the door. But I saw the arrow pointing at the door, so it's like, oh, it's supposed to drop down here. And so, like, I dropped, like, the whole distance of the room, like, laterally, which, like, was enough to kill me.
So you freeze.
And I was like, oh, fuck.
That sucks.
Yeah, then started me up in the police station part again. And I was like, oh, shit, okay. I guess I'm thinking about this wrong. So, like, I, like, went through it again, and then I was like, oh, I get it. Well, which, it was a little more fine, just because, like, it wasn't like I had the right answer and I died. I had to try to do the same thing again, but more like it killed me because I had the wrong answer, which that's better. It's always better to like die knowing what you did was wrong, but not necessarily knowing what's right. Because then when you're doing it again the second time, you try figure it out. You try out a different thing and it works. And that doesn't feel like a waste of time. Whereas like if you die trying to make a jump, like when you're trying to make a jump and you fucking fall and die because it wonked out on you. Like there's that stupid part where you have to like raise this
like a bridge.
Yeah, you have to raise this stupid thing, and I knew what to do. And every time I jump on the bridge, it just like slip off. I was like, I hate that so much.
Yeah, that was really annoying. The one with the tornado, right? And then you had to like...
No, I didn't die in that part. No, it's like do you remember? It's like 3 different... you make a bridge 3 times, basically, with this one lever. Like, you pull a lever.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Is it the one... like?
It's in the caves.
Or the mines?
Yeah, in the mines, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And like on the second one, I kept falling, and I was like, "Oh my god,
that sucks." Yeah, then you have to start over. I think that's one thing I don't like about it too much is where the checkpoints are, because some of them are pretty brutal.
Yeah, some of them are
like if you die in a certain area and you were like really far, you end up having to do the whole thing all over.
Yeah, and a lot of times it'll be like there'll be a lot of taken in these areas, and like you'll have to like you'll like navigate, and it's like I mean, you quickly learn the best way to like get through an area is not to kill everything, but like to try and make it to the light. Like you're like, because I mean, it's not that you'll run out of ammo. You won't, but it's just like they're really good at getting around you to take in. They don't stay in one place, and
especially those quick guys.
Yeah, those guys are super annoying to fight. By the way,
yeah, they are.
I just it's annoying.
Yeah, especially when you have to fight Benny though. Like I was annoyed by that.
Yeah,
too.
Like Barry.
Sorry, Barry. Fuck.
Yeah, he does that. Him and the one thing I don't like about the DLC, I guess, because I like the DLC a lot compared to the main game. I think it's a good addition. Yeah. One thing I thought was lame was like you had a boss fight at the end, which was tough. Which was the 2 guys, the 2 old men from the band. And Barry, and you have to fight them like Barry like 3 times, and it's like boring.
And
You
then the
didn't
third
need,
time is like, it sucks.
you didn't need
because
that.
it starts becoming those
It's not
annoying
like
people.
a
You really don't.
I like
It was
my favorite like boss fights in the game are like when that combine harvester comes to life. And I know you don't like it when you fight the objects, but I liked it. I liked fighting that combine harvester.
Well, those things were fine, except for that one time when there was like 2 freaking cars.
Oh, and you're in the car?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
because
part's hard.
at some point, like my car kept freaking breaking down, and then I get out of my car, and then these other cars just run me over, and I'm screwed.
Dude, I'm surprised at how like big some of these maps are. Like when you get in a car and you're driving, like there's like the finale of the game, you're like driving towards a place, right?
Yeah.
And you're driving to Cauldron Lake from the dam. And it's like a long drive, and like you switch cars, on the road. Like it's like a long area because like the like a bridge or like a tunnel will be like jammed with cars, so you'll have to get out, go through it on foot, find another car.
I think that's kind of what like opened me into like not getting the game like now, but when I was watching my friend play in high school, when he was playing it, he showed me this one bit where he was like pretty much driving, and I think this is when I like picked up like Minecraft or whatever, and I was into like the whole open world thing. And I think at that point it felt like an open world just because of that reason, because it felt like the map was free to go through things, go to areas.
And it isn't. Alan Wake's definitely like a mission-based game.
Yeah.
But like,
but on those scenes though, it is pretty big. Like you go like great distances,
and there's
you
like
can get off and go on to these other areas.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Places.
And I did a few times. Like I didn't every time because like I wanted to finish the game at a certain point. But like there were parts where I was like, the indicator says I need to head this way. I'm gonna go this way instead. Drove all the way up there.
Opposite direction.
Yeah, there's fucking like shit there. There's like a coffee thermos and like a manuscript page and like ammo and shit. I was like, oh cool, I don't waste my time. Like,
Wait, you didn't waste your time. Is that what you said?
I didn't because I got like I don't know, a flashbang or something good.
Those are good.
Thermoses and manuscripts. They kind of overdid it with the collectibles in this game.
The thing with that is, I think the manuscripts will help you, maybe, or whatever, right?
Right. But they have like a thematic connection to this story.
I didn't. I've read them in the beginning when I started playing the game, but I was like, eh.
Oh, I read absolutely 2. I read 2. I read the first one I got.
The ones you have to read?
No. I okay, 2 plus the ones I have to read. I read the first one I got just because I was like, oh, let's check this out. And I was like, this is boring. Yeah. And then way later in the game, for some reason, it like, I picked up a manuscript and it popped up the push this button to read the manuscript. Oh, you know what it was? Was because my controller, my DualShock died, and so I had to play it on mouse and keyboard. And so I was like getting used to controls, and I was like, oh, Q is to reload the flashlight. Whatever. Let me remap the button because my middle button on my mouse doesn't work. So in order to use a flare, I'll use C instead because C doesn't do anything. There's no crouch in this game. So like, I was messing with shit. And then I picked up a manuscript page. And it said like press like Z or I don't know. It said
whatever the button is.
It said press some key to read it. And so I did. I was just like, oh, that's the button for that, huh? And it's like some bullshit page that did.
Yeah, the only thing with the manuscripts is it's a script from what obviously
it's what he's writing in the cabin.
It's what he's wrote already in the week that he's disappeared or whatever.
Yeah, and here's the thing though, I would have read more. I think if they were like, okay, I played the game on normal difficulty. Yeah. There's certain pages that you only get in nightmare difficulty.
Yep. And you have to finish the episode, right?
Oh, I don't know.
In order to do that? Well, you do. I think you have to.
Okay.
Which sucks.
So like when I like went through like a list of like I just like opened up my manuscripts to see which ones do I have, and it's like there's holes all over the place. I was like, I'm not reading this. I'm not gonna read like weird like chunks of story that like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna understand because
Dude,
I'm missing a piece.
It doesn't even. It honestly doesn't even matter because you're gonna be playing through that story either way. So essentially, you don't have to read them. The only reason why you would pick them up is to get the achievement. That's like the only reason why I think you would want to pick them up. Either that or like get hints.
It would be interesting if like the story, because I didn't know if this had multiple endings or anything, but like because like in the story, Alan's trying to collect his manuscript. That's like a big part of the story.
Yes.
And I don't.
You only pick like 2?
No, I picked them up whenever I saw them. But like, I don't think it matters that you pick them up.
No,
I don't think it changes the story in any way.
No,
which is interesting. Like, and then also because like at the end of that part with Hartman's office, like you see the manuscript, like the whole manuscript or whatever, right? Doesn't Hartman have like the whole manuscript?
No, he has like a few more.
Okay, well, yeah,
he doesn't have it all.
Like a lot, but and that part's weird. Remember when the darkness killed Hartman and Alan's like smiling? Like, okay.
Yeah, that was very grim.
I was like, okay, is he evil grim. Now? Like, what is that?
Yeah,
like,
that was really weird.
I get that that guy's...
I'm not sure if I should cheer Alan on
I guess
anymore.
that guy's a dick, but like why is he so like stoked about that?
Yeah, it was so weird.
Yeah, it was like kind of jarring.
I do want to say Barry.
Mm-hmm.
I do like
I like Barry.
That character. But Alan is such a shit friend to him sometimes.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. And Barry's kind of not like a super good influence on Alan either, right?
But like he's still
like got a drinking. Well, he's not the reason he's got a drinking problem, but like as his like edit or publisher or whatever, he like has him go out to like press parties and stuff like that, and like like there's a big part of the story where he like comes home really drunk or something, and Alice is a really cool character. I like her deal with him. She's not like a nagging wife. You know what I mean?
No,
like
she's definitely not.
She could have easily been written to be as like this, joyless nagging wife that's like annoying and like getting in the way of his like creativity or whatever. But instead, she's a like caring, like a really caring, and he's just like a dick who doesn't like deserve her. You know what I mean? He is like her loving him is like almost like, I mean, it's like they had something in the past, but she like says stuff like, I don't like the guy that I see. It's like my husband. Yeah. The guy I love isn't in there anymore when I look in your eyes or whatever. Stuff like that. It's like right. Yeah, I liked her. It's like it makes his mission to like his quest to like rescue her is like very like you want to see it through, and so like even though at the end of the game he's trapped in the darkness and like I'm like cool with that ending. Like I don't dislike Alan, I like him, but like but I'm glad he saved her, and he did save her, right? It's not some weird fucking thing with like whatever, I mean, like Jagger.
We can only see through Alan's eyes, so we're not sure.
Yeah, like Barbara Jagger came out all wrong when Zane saved her.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't know. I guess. I mean, maybe. I mean, Zane probably knows because he knew the outcome of his wife, right? So, I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that she's all right. The only thing is though, like, he's stuck in. Is he stuck in the? Is he stuck in the darkness or whatever the hell?
So
like at the last one, because I was kind of confused on that bit. Yeah.
So
like on the DLC.
He's still there. So what happens in the DLC is he's like losing himself throughout the DLC. Like he's like losing his like will
sanity.
To like
really.
Yeah, he's like he doesn't. He's like giving up, kind of, and like and they like mention Mr. Scratch. Who's like the dude who shows up on the TV. It's like that weird version of Alan who's like really crazy.
Oh yeah.
I wish they explored that more. Like that's interesting. I want to see what's up with that. I like it. He's like live action.
Yeah,
it's a trip.
He was. It made it so freaking.
Yeah, because
speaking of there's a quick little. Sorry, just real quick. There's a RNG kind of thing in the game as well, which is interesting. Because I looked it up.
RNG or ARG?
ARG. What the hell is that? Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
ARG. So I remember in like the clinic or whatever, the fucking hospital or whatever the hell with Dr. Hartman.
Yeah.
Upstairs, remember there's a QR code. Did you see a QR code?
I didn't see a QR code. No.
There is one upstairs, and if I pull it up, if I still have it, which I don't think I do.
Do you have like a QR scanner on your phone?
Yeah, I do.
So you just did it?
I did it, and it was. I can't remember. I know what it is. I know what it says. I'm trying to remember I think it was the special ones, right? There was like Alan, and he was like in an interview or something, right?
Yeah, with Hartman, the TV head.
Was he Hartman?
Wait, which part? You're talking about when it says? Oh, you're talking about the live action interview, like David Letterman.
Yes. Yes, that one.
That Sam Lake is in that scene, by the way. Sam Lake is the writer, lead designer.
Is he the second person?
Yeah, he's the guy he's Max Payne.
Does he look to the screen and like shakes his head?
He makes a face. He makes the Max Payne face.
Oh my god, I'm so freaking stupid. Okay, that makes sense now.
What?
So when you do the QR code, it's him doing that face, right? And then it says, this is painful, but
with a
pain
Y?
is spelled with a Y.
Yeah, that's painful.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's Max Payne in Max Payne, the first one, and that's like the classic face that everyone makes fun of, that he's very self-aware about, you know, that like kind of constipated grimace that Max Payne had in the first game, that like Sam Lake is famous for. So like at the end of the interview, he's the Letterman guy's like, "Hey Sam, do that face for us one more time," and he like does that like the Max Payne face.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so the live.
Okay, I think I found it.
The QR code.
Yeah, it's called. Yeah, so it's him making that face, and it's like a meme, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then it has like the box, and then it has like letters underneath it, and it's like black screen or whatever, and it says constipation. That looks painful. Is what it is. I guess.
There's a very funny video on YouTube where it's Sam Lake breaking down how to do the face. And he's like, all right, you first, you purse your lips like this, and then you raise your eyebrow. And he's like doing the thing. He's like teaching you how to make the face. It's really funny.
Nice.
The live action stuff's cool. It does really show how bad the character models look now, though.
Yeah, it does.
Because, here's the thing. These are pre-rendered cutscenes, you know?
Yeah.
That, use in-engine graphics.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that looks really bad. Like, Alan, whenever you see his face up close, doesn't look good. Alice's hair is a nightmare. I don't know what the fuck is happening to her hair. It's like, remember when she's, swimming out of the water and her hair's, stuck to the back of her,
clipping.
No, it's not like a separate object. It's not separate from her. It's just texture. Oh. It's like she's a bald head character model with hair texture that's just badly placed on. It's all weird. I mean, it's I'm gonna give it to the game. It's a really old. It's a launch title or something.
I'm pretty sure at its time it was good, right? What was it? Xbox 360 is when it came out for?
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah, so I mean
yeah, no, and I think the game has good light and shadows. That stuff looks great. Lighting stuff, you know, it better damn look good. It's the fucking, mechanic of the game, when you use your flashlight, that's I bought into it, every single time, and the shadows it casts and stuff. It's cool. But some of those character models are wonky. I like the characters though. I like both the main characters and the side characters. I like main characters being Barry and Alan pretty much. The sheriff maybe towards the end of the game is the main character. She's cool. You got Alice. I wish you learn more about the darkness. I didn't really feel it didn't really feel like a big final confrontation when he I
mean, they kind of said apparently it's been going on throughout weird stuff happens regularly in Bright Springs? Bright Falls. Wow, really mixed them both, didn't I? But like, yeah, they don't really explain specifically about the darkness.
Okay, so the ending of the game, the regular ending, where Alan writes the ending of the story, the better ending or whatever, and he's like, the story has to be earned. I like that part where he's like, the story has to be earned. I can't just write a happy ending. It has to be true to the story. Also, it's like the story dies or whatever, and so like he writes like sacrifices and like near misses and all that shit, and then at the very end of the game, Alice swims out of the water, and Deer Fest is happening in Bright Falls, and the town's all normal again. And then you see Rose, the diner waitress, looking super creepy. And there's like someone...
she's holding a lantern,
and there's someone... Yeah, she's holding the lantern. And there's someone hovering behind her. I don't know who that is. Is that Zane? What is that?
I don't remember that bit.
And I was like...
I don't remember her being a back... like of someone behind her. I just
there was someone like in the window, and they're like really casting shadow. And I was wondering, like, is Thomas Zane like there's like obviously like he's like this like trustworthy like angelic figure, but like there's parts where Alan starts like doubting him, and I start doubting him, and it's like I don't know what's up with him. Like like is he good? Is he bad? I really like it. I want to check out American Nightmare. I think American Nightmare is different though.
Yeah, I don't think it like it doesn't continue on or like even like helps into like the story.
I am gonna look it up while we're talking real quick, just so we have an idea of what American Nightmare is.
One thing I do want to mention though is like with the characters and everything. I do want to like the only characters that we've got like foundation for is probably like the main support characters or whatever, right? So
like we don't learn everything about Rose or whatever.
Like Barry and like Alice is what we got. Yeah, Rose we don't know of. Specifically the ones that you get together with,
like the sheriff.
Stacy. Yeah, I think his name's Stacy.
The sheriff.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Sheriff
Breaker. Sarah Breaker.
Was it Sarah?
Yeah, because Barry's like, oh yeah, Sarah's gonna land the helicopter. He's like, it's Sarah now, huh?
Yeah. Was it Sarah?
Sarah Breaker, pretty sure.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, like when Barry. I said it right this time. Okay, good. When Barry was following you, which by the way, I really enjoyed that because I was like, oh, finally, hell yes. And then I was thinking to myself, like, let me protect this guy too because I care about him. Alan, I feel really doesn't care about him as much as Barry does to Alan, but I want to take care of him as Keo, and that's like process or like gameplay or whatever makes me feel like we probably should add something for Sarah as well. But I mean,
dude, there's a part where you and Sarah are running around and like she shoots a shotgun. Yeah. And she was killing everything. I would just like light them up and then she would kill them. I was like, no ammo was spent on, I was like, hell yeah, like kill everything, please. Like, and I think she's invincible. I think your companions are invincible. So,
yeah.
So I'm reading a little bit about Alan Wake's American Nightmare, which maybe we don't have to do a full episode on. Maybe we could just talk about it a little bit next time or whatever. But, so it uses the same combat mechanics as Alan Wake, the flashlight gun thing. It's more battle focused, it says, containing more ammunition and a wider variety of weapons, including a machine gun, a nail gun, and a crossbow.
I kind of remember these.
But here's a twist. Some weapons are unlocked via cases found throughout the maps, which require certain numbers of acquired manuscript pages to open.
Oh,
so like I think it's gonna be more arcadey, like maybe it's like I don't know, like survival.
I mean, with
mode.
the manuscripts, it sounds like there might be something, but because like with the manuscripts here, like they're pretty much pertaining to the story. So maybe these ones will as well.
Yeah, I'm looking at a screenshot of it. There's like a score multiplier. There's like.
It's straight up just like almost like an arcade thing.
I have no idea if this is like the main. I mean,
we have it, so we could probably like mess with it. But yeah, we probably will just like play with it for a little bit. Well, at least I will.
Yeah, no, I'll play through. I bet it'll be short. I'll beat it or whatever. But like,
Yeah.
It's I'm looking at it. No, there seems to be like cutscenes and stuff. You know, I don't think it's like. Oh, maybe there isn't a maybe. Oh, okay. There's an arcade mode. Okay, there's like a separate arcade mode. Oh, and Mr. Scratch, I guess, is a big part of it.
Oh, okay.
I'm interested in that.
So it explores that a little bit.
Whoa, there's this like lady with glasses that Alan's like about to kiss in this
This
picture.
game actually
What the hell?
is I mean, main story without any extra stuff apparently is 3.5 hours.
Okay, like a DLC.
Just the main story.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
And then with extras is 4 hours and 4 hours and a half. And then just to complete everything, it basically is the same amount of time.
I'm kind of wigged out right now. I saw a screenshot where there might be a love interest for Alan that's not Alice. I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay, interesting.
I don't know. I didn't like read into it or anything. I just saw a screenshot. But like, I hope that's not the case because like that's his whole fucking mission in Alan Wake. Yeah. So like what the hell? Like, what's the point, Alan? You know, like,
what are you doing?
But whatever. I mean, we'll see what the game is about.
Speaking of like kind of like time and stuff, I just want to quickly say the current time for speed running is 2 hours 36 minutes and 24 seconds
for Alan Wake.
For Alan Wake.
How do you? Wow, that's really good. How do you get through all those like unskippable cutscenes?
I have not. Damn, he beat it today. This is to date.
Oh, interesting.
Holy shit. Damn.
For not American Nightmare, but for the regular game.
For the regular one, playing on easy, I guess. Okay. I mean, I think most of the stuff you could like run away from, right?
Right. You probably don't have to kill anything for like like the televisions that you have to kill in that one room or.
Oh God! By the way, that scene.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. By the way, that when you say possessed items suck.
Yes, because I died so many fucking times on that.
There's that part in Hartman's lodge or whatever where there's like a chandelier that like has to knock a door down, so you have to like stand in front of the door and then dodge the chandelier.
Yeah,
I could not dodge that chandelier.
First try, I was able to get it.
Yeah,
but every other possession,
it would always hit me, and I was like, okay.
Every other possession will fuck me over, just not that one.
Yeah, and it's because like the chandelier is like, you have to like have it break the door open for you so you can get through. That was annoying.
That's pretty cool with speedrun. I actually might give that a look see, and I'll probably pull that up for like next week.
Yeah, I'm for sure playing American Nightmare. That game. Because I'm down. I want more Alan Wake.
It talks about Mr. Scratch.
Yeah, so I want to know about Mr. Scratch. I want to know more about Alan Wake. I don't think it's like that.
And his love interest.
Yeah, what the
his new love interest
is that? Like I'm gonna get mad about that if that's something to be mad about. I don't think, from what I know about Alan Wake as a franchise, I don't think this feels like an ending. I remember when people like at the time, I think they were like, well, this isn't Alan Wake 2. You know, this is like a bonus. Like it feels more like it doesn't feel like a jump, you know, or a big thing.
I feel like it's like because like Alan Wake is just going insane. I think at some point he just realized how to control his like hallucinations. Or whatever.
Yeah, like his lucid dreaming.
And then now he's just having like fun or whatever.
Big thing I do want to point out. It's not big. Sorry, minor thing I want to point out about the game that I found really lame. It's a small moment, but you know how Alan Wake's pretty much wears that exact outfit the whole game, that like sweater with the tweed jacket over it.
Yes, and the hoodie. Yeah,
and then there's like that, like the cutouts of him wear like a black suit. You know, like the on his book and stuff. Like like.
Yeah,
cut out that
like
Rose
a tux,
has.
Right?
It's not like a tux. I think it's like a black suit with like a black shirt.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So there's like a scene in the game where Alice is taking photos of Alan for that picture, for the cutout, and she's like, "Yeah, you need." It's good writing too. She's like, "You need to look kind of like a killer, you know, because like you need to look dangerous for that scene." Mm-hmm. He's wearing like what you're wearing the whole game. It's not the fucking suit that he's wearing in the picture. And so I was like, oh, okay. They could just like say it's for a different picture. He's like, oh, I can't wait to get out of this suit. I'm like, you're not wearing a suit. You're wearing a hoodie and a jacket over it. Like, why did they make a different character model for that? Just one, you know what I mean? Like, just give him the suit. Like, what the hell?
It's too many. It's too much to do, man.
Also, the part when they're drunk, him and Barry, that's bad.
Yeah, as like a horror story 101 type thing.
No, as like a acting drunk, they aren't doing it good. Like,
dude, I think the acting wasn't the best, specifically coming from Alan.
Yeah, Alan's kind of bad a lot.
Yeah, he like jumps in like immediately. There's almost no like space for emotion.
But like but that scene specifically, okay, so it's supposed to be like a lighthearted break because Barry and Alan are finally like they gotten to a point where they're safe or whatever, and he's like, oh, look what I found. Barry's good. I like Barry's acting the whole game. And
he's really good. Yeah,
he's like, I found this alcohol. Let's drink this moonshine that these old rockers have. And he's like, Barry, this is what the hell? Let's drink it. And then like it smash cuts to them drunk, and it's like, okay, that could be funny, but the way they do it, they sell it so hard that it doesn't work. You know what I mean? It's like Alan's literally going, just sing about you, Barry. And I was oh my god, like this is like painful. Like this is so overwrought drunk act. I don't know. I just couldn't buy into it for a second. Yeah. I don't know. Little annoyances. It's an old game.
Yeah, well, it's that scene where I didn't like Alan a lot more because of the fact that like, because Barry kind of like opens up and says that he loves him like a brother and everything, and then he's just saying like, yeah, man, it sucks. My wife is gone. I mean, like, I understand it sucks, but he's like opening up to him and saying he's a brother or whatever, but he doesn't say anything back to him.
You felt like he left him hanging.
Barry, he just changes the subject, and then Barry just like, yeah, I know what you mean. So he's like shrugs off. He agrees with them. I feel so bad for him.
No, I think Alan says there's a part where like Barry like is in danger. Him and Sarah Breaker like crashed a helicopter or whatever.
Yeah, he does.
And Alan's like, that's my best friend out there. Like
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, okay, they are best friends. Because I didn't know if they were best friends. I thought he was like.
Yeah, just like producer client type thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, and like, when Barry's like, how you doing, bestseller? Stuff like that. You're like, is that like real? Or is he like, just being one of those like schmarmy, or whatever. Yeah, like, that like fake, I care about you more than everyone.
What up, cash cow?
Exactly.
How you doing? Let me milk you a bit.
But no, it turns out they have a genuinely cool relationship. It's a cool story that I would like to see continued. Or finished, at least. Like, make one more game.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be kind of hard, right? Because then people won't be able to, like, look back at Alan Wake. They won't even be able to actually play it. Because, spoilers, real-life spoilers, this game you cannot buy anymore.
No, but I'm sure they could figure out a way, like, to, like, if they make a game that's like stands alone, like that you don't necessarily have to like, but like continues the story, and I mean that's not super hard. You can just like, you can nail out the premise in 1 minute. You could just be like, oh yeah, Alan Wake, rescued his wife by the end of the first game, but he's still stuck in like this thing and he has to get out of it.
I mean, they could probably do the same thing as they did like after every episode.
Yeah, do a previously.
Do a previous. Yeah.
Just don't use the fucking graphics from the first game. Like shoot it with live actors or something. Like.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Maybe it's like better CGI or just add CGI this time or whatever.
Yeah, like make it. I don't know. I mean, they made Quantum Break, right? Which is a game I want to play.
I haven't played it. I've been told many good things about it.
Well, it looks cool. That was like the next game that they did, which is also like a TV show. That's a weird one, Keo. Do you know about how weird that game is?
Nope.
So,
but it's like it's Quantum Break, so I'm assuming there's like time travel or some extra.
That's
bullshit.
Not even whatever. Like the story, I'm sure, whatever. But like, no, the thing that's weird about the game is the game goes action game where you play as the main guy. Then there's like weird moral choices where you play as the bad guy.
What the hell?
Yeah, okay. So like you play as the bad guy, or the antagonist, and he's making choices that you make for whatever reason. And then after every episode, there's like a live action TV show episode that you watch that like is affected by the choices that the bad guy makes. So like different scenes play out differently in the TV show.
And it's live action, so they had to do different takes,
but this show has a different main character, not the main character of the game. And so it's like, and I think they're like, I don't know, 30 minutes long each, like actual TV show episode.
Shit, okay.
And so like, and there's like 5 of them or something. So like the way the game goes is like video game, TV show, video game, TV show. Yeah. That's really weird.
Yeah, that is definitely weird.
But I would like to try it. Maybe we should do Quantum Break next.
We'll see. How
much is it? Look it up on Steam. How much is Quantum Break?
Yeah, we'll look it up on Steam. I mean, isn't it? Wait, was it only on Xbox One and PC or?
Yeah, it was not on. So was Alan Wake.
Never on PlayStation, right?
Yeah. No, Remedy has a Microsoft like exclusivity or something.
Like a contract or whatever.
I think so. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they just... Dude, Quantum Break is $20 on Steam. I might pick that. I know Timmy has it.
Yeah.
And, it's got really positive reviews. Oh, it's $20 because of the summer sale. It ends July 5th. I'm buying that right now.
Dude. Oh, my God. I guess we got it. I purchased it. It's $40. All right.
Well, I mean, I almost purchased it. I don't have my Visa card on me.
Well, yeah.
But I'm at the payment info screen.
Maybe not for next week though. I feel because like with this game, like it wasn't hard to like schedule in like 10 hours or whatever for Alan Wake, but I did kind of do this like day of, which is why I'm able to retain a lot of memory of the game.
Well, how long to beat Quantum Break?
That's actually what I'm gonna look up right now. But you're saying that like it goes to a game to show to a game to show, right? And you said the shows are like 30 minutes.
I think so.
Okay, never mind. It's about the same amount of time as.
Do you think that's like
Alan
maybe
Wake.
Not with the TV show stuff?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Because I think we should do the TV show stuff.
Yeah, no, we have
to watch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's part of the story, right? So
yeah, I mean, we don't have to do it next week, but maybe the week after or something.
Yeah, definitely. Like that would probably be a bit easier.
Yeah,
but we'll try to figure something out for this week too. Which should we figure out now, or should we just do our own
let's
thing?
At least play through American Nightmare.
Yeah, okay,
for sure. We could talk about that a little bit, like finish off our Alan Wake talk. I like this dive into Remedy because Max Payne 1 and 2 are games I absolutely love. I like Max Payne 3. It's very different.
Yeah.
Maybe at some point, if Max Payne 3 is on sale, we should do
dude,
that.
You're going to have to check now, to be honest.
Oh, right, because
it is on sale. It is 65% off. It is $7.
Dude, I'm getting that too.
Oh my god. Dude, it is the summer sale, man. The summer goddamn sale.
So the reason Max Payne 3, I think, would be a good other choice too, besides Alan Wake and Quantum Break, is because so they did Max Payne 1 and 2, and then they went to Alan Wake, right? And Rockstar continued Max Payne with that Max Payne 3, and it's very different from Remedy's Max Payne's, okay? Like, the gameplay still has a famous bullet time and all that good stuff, but it is a very different tone of a game. It goes from, like, Max Payne 1 and 2 are very, like, noir, like, kind of like classic, like
action bullet time.
Yeah, no, but the tone is this like like film noir, melodrama. Like very like overwrought writing. Like I don't know. He'll like have shot someone and the person's running away. And he'll be like he leaked out like a broken bottle of ketchup. The snow was covered in the thick, but I don't know. It's very funny, it's kind of like silly in the fact how melodramatic it is. Whereas Max Payne 3 is like a Michael Mann movie. It's like Tony, what's his name? Tony Scott or something. It's very like like gritty and like people are like evil drug dealers and like people are saying like fuck a lot. It's like it's got a very different tone, and it's I want to try. And I remember it's a good game. I like the game, but it is very different. And I want to play it as like a reference point. You know what I mean? Like, I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Like to like replay like the take on Remedy's property from a different point of view after doing
Should we take up... What the fuck? Should we take up Max Payne 1, 2, and 3... and 3 Rockstar Pass? What the hell is that?
How much is it? Because I have Max Payne 1
there is
and
a
2.
bundle. There is a
I've played Max Payne 1 and 2 a lot. Like,
okay.
So they're like I could probably give Max Payne 1 and 2 another run, maybe.
Okay.
But like Max Payne 3 is one I haven't played as much. I did play through it a few times, but it was a while ago.
There is one that has like a complete, like it has like all the DLC, but I'm not sure like what that entails. It looks like it's just like multiplayer.
It's all
maps,
multiplayer stuff. I remember there's no story DLC for Max Payne 3. Or the first two, because it is before DLC was really a thing for the first two.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna get them all.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll just like
how much is it altogether?
The $20.
Okay.
Sorry, 17.
Sweet.
Buccarinos.
Okay.
So if this is out before July 5th, probably pick up these games. Max Payne, maybe complete, which has Max Payne 1, 2, and 3, and then maybe also Quantum Break, because oh my god, summer sale, it is ridiculous. Again, like every time summer comes around, I do look into like Steam.
Okay, so even better deal. I found an even better deal. Are you ready? Okay, because Max Payne Complete is how much you said?
17.
Okay, $17, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and Max Payne 3 is $6.99.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, no, Max Payne. Okay, yeah. Wait, Max Payne Complete is how much? No, because Max Payne 1 and 2 is only $4.49 on Steam.
Yeah.
So that's like $11 or something. I don't know, $12.
Yeah. I'm not sure if this is good radio, by the way.
No, but like, yeah, if you buy it before July 5th, which this podcast will definitely air before July 5th.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to edit it today because we're
like
gonna go to
Max Payne 1 and 2 together is like $11 or like almost $12. Or sorry, Max Payne 1, 2, and 3.
No. Okay, yes.
That is good.
Yeah.
I
just get the pass. I don't know about that, but whatever.
Yeah, that's really good.
You also get the you could look like a classic, I guess, or whatever, if this thing comes with like all the DLC content.
I just gotta double check and make sure I don't have Max Payne on my PC already. I don't
Max
think
Payne 3?
I do. Any
it
of
should
them.
say.
Yeah, no, I don't have any Max Payne game on this laptop. I had them installed on my old one, but like, I don't want to look for the discs.
A different account.
It's not on Steam. It's like I have like
see.
discs. Like I bought these games back when I had them. So like, if I could just get them on Steam, that would be like, for like $4.99, getting both of those classic. Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, it's crazy. Freaking Summer Sale, man. Again, like it. God. You should probably end it.
Yeah. Let's call it.
We'll talk more about it, but we'll probably play some Alan Wake American Nightmare for next week. I think also we might talk about. We're more likely going to be talking about Anime Expo for a bit as well.
I have a question,
so
Q.
What's up?
Do you want to go? Because I like this Remedy. I like this like diving deep into a developer. Maybe we should do this more often. Like Platinum. I know you bought Bayonetta. But like I'm thinking. Should we go like this, maybe? We did Alan Wake, right? No, we're finishing Alan Wake next week.
Yeah.
Instead of going into Max Payne, should we go Quantum Break to see where they went forward? And then the week after that, maybe do Max Payne 1 and 2. And then from Max Payne, then we can do Max Payne 3. Because if we go Max Payne after Alan Wake... Then if we do Max Payne 3, that's like we're hitting a different developer. You know what I mean? Whereas if we do Quantum Break and Max Payne, then we're hitting all Remedy, getting all of their games done. And then we can do Max Payne 3, which is like the diversion, the change. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And then, I do think we should do like, what games does Platinum have on Steam again? It's like Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah, we're gonna have to check now.
Let's check it right now.
No, I'm down. I'm down for that. We'll look it up on after the podcast, which is gonna be
Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is $7.49 and Vanquish is $20 still.
I might have that already, but
you have Vanquish, but you don't have Rising Revengeance, which is a really good game.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll definitely dive into Remedy for sure. I think that'll be fun, and we'll have like a formula up until one of the games that we've been waiting for comes out, and then obviously we're gonna probably play that.
I'm gonna talk about Sunrise Conqueror in August. Come on. Come on, me and Jingle are getting on that. Justin might be playing that with us.
Yeah, I was there for that chat. I was.
Yeah, I was like, oh no shit. And I know Timmy one time has expressed this might be the one I play because it's like, oh my gosh, dude! If we could get a squad, I would be so pumped. That would be so funny.
Oh gosh, squad! And speaking of squad, it's about that time when we bust out of here.
I'm making the painful constipation face at that.
Yes,
that was
thank
tortured.
You. Yes, it was meant to be because I couldn't think of anything on the spot.
Laborious.
Thank you for listening to Binch Bros podcast, video game podcast, where we kind of complain, but also talk about games that we like because we're complaining about it because we like it.
Yeah, Alan makes a good game. Sorry, you can't get it anymore. But you can get it at like stores and Amazon and shit. I think you can still pick it up for the Xbox 360 if you still have one of those, which I don't know if it's backwards compatible for the Xbox One, but maybe it is.
That's interesting. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, because they're doing
pick
a
it
lot
up.
of that.
Let us know. Comment. I'm not going to edit to fix that, but just check the comments and maybe someone has put the.
And definitely send in your questions at binchbrospod@gmail.com. Any questions and comments you have?
No. That's our Twitter.
Oh, sorry.
That's our Twitter.
What's the email?
It's binchbros@gmail.
Okay, binchbros@gmail or tweet at us at binchbrospod at Twitter. Because we'd love to hear from you. Ask us about what we like, what you want us to talk about, etc.
Any suggestions? We did game suggestions at the very beginning. Obviously that didn't pan out too well, but whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm still on video games all the time. If you ever want to, play Overwatch or Injustice or whatever, just like tweet at us and be like, "What's your gamer tag?" and I'll toss it out there. Because there it is. We'll toss out our gamer tag if you tweet at us. We might have already done so in some other podcast, but instead of looking for that,
I think we did.
Instead of looking for that, tweet at us, and we'll do
it. Thank you for listening. I've been Keo.
I've been Sejun,
and we'll whatever. I don't have a sign off. I don't have a good one right now.
Oh. Wait, there's one from Alan Wake, right?
It's not a lake. It's an ocean.
Oh, creepy.